going on, Sports Wars? It's Jeremy coming to you with another video, and today we're going to talk about Aaron Rodgers. I have been on record for years and years saying Aaron Rodgers is completely overrated. He is the most overrated football player of my lifetime, maybe the most overrated athlete of my lifetime. He is talented, he's extremely talented, and he might be the most talented quarterback in the league. But that is only part of it. If you don't know how to lead, if you do not know how to be a leader of men, if you do not have that intangible, if you don't have the coachability aspect of being a great athlete, you have to be coachable, you are going to be a problem. And Aaron Rodgers is the most overrated player of my lifetime. Everybody just sees and goes, oh, he can run fast. Oh, he can throw on the run. Oh, he's so great. All that is true. But guess what? The reason he doesn't win rings, the reason he's never there in the big game, the reason he can't make it happen in the clutch, like Tom Brady has for almost 20 years now, is because his people don't trust him. He doesn't have that it factor when it counts most, and he pisses people off left and right. You are not a leader of men. I'm going to listen to a little bit of what Colin says, and then we will talk a little bit more about it. Give me just a minute because I need to put my headphones in. Okay, here we go.
I always tell young sportscasters, because I go speak to colleges, I'm meeting a kid tomorrow, I always tell them the same thing. In 2019, you don't have to be controversial. Tell the truth. It's controversial.
Yep.
Nobody wants to hear the truth. Everybody's PC. Even the guys I compete against all over the country at this job, it's Captain Safe Take. Just follow, go to Twitter, and say obvious stuff, and don't ruffle any feathers. And 8-9 years ago, I was critical of Aaron Rodgers. He was the golden child in the NFL. You couldn't touch him. I got massive blowback. I remember one time I didn't get blowback. I had Peter King on. I said, Peter, I'm watching his body language. I'm hearing things from former players. And Peter King's really connected. I'm like, the guy's a diva. He's part of the underachieving problem here. And Peter's well-sourced, and Peter's like, I'm not hearing it. And I know I don't have as good a sources as Peter King, because he literally, that's all he does. And I remember getting off the air that day and thinking, am I missing something? I'm watching him. I'm hearing him. But I always trust my eyes, and I always trust my sources. And I stayed on him. And it's so amazing because the last 6 months, it's all coming out. It's all coming out. No more denial. No more, you're a hater. Take your cheese head off. It's the reality. That article yesterday, I thought it overwhelmingly clobbered Mike McCarthy because it unveiled new information on Mike McCarthy. It was a very well done article, very well sourced. A lot of quotes. Not all anonymous. Aaron Rodgers, I mostly knew it, so it didn't strike me as new information. This is what I felt about Aaron for years. He's aloof. He's not a great leader. He needs to grow up. He's overly petty. But there is a moment in this article, because this story broke 10 minutes before our show yesterday, so I consumed the article speed reading, and I missed one nugget of this article, and I think it's incredibly damning for Aaron Rodgers. Tyler Dunn reports that Mark Murphy, who's the CEO of the Packers, he's a Harvard guy. Mark's played for the Redskins for years. Mark Murphy's, super smart guy. Really, really one of the smarter guys that runs any team in the NFL. That he called Aaron Rodgers after they hired Matt LaFleur. And he said, don't be the problem. And he repeated it to Aaron Rodgers. Don't be the problem. Murphy, it says, is tired of the diva stuff relating to Rodgers. Folks, his own family's taking shots at him. Grow up. Own it. Young sportscasters, trust your eyes and trust your sources. Don't back down. I was right on Tebow. That's not a starting quarterback. And Aaron Rodgers, I've never been more right in anything. When I read that yesterday, after I got off the show, don't be the problem. Oh, okay. Okay. By the way, the article continues. Here's an important non-development regarding the 12 hours or so since the report. The Packers have said nothing at all in response to various claims and contentions that cast Aaron in a not-so-favorable light. They're worn out by him.
Yep.
Worn out by him. The story continues, says Ryan Grant, former Packer. Aaron's always had a chip on his shoulder with Mike. This is incredible. Since 2005, 14 years, because Aaron was mad that Mike passed on him when he was with the Niners. They took Alex Smith, and Aaron's from NoCal.
See, Aaron Rodgers is the most protected athlete I've seen in my lifetime. The media has protected this guy. He is completely over, and I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't understand why the media has constantly protected this dude. It blows my mind. He's a douchebag. He's a jerk. He's overrated. And the media has continued to just sit there and preach about he's the greatest quarterback of all time. No, he's not. He's the most overrated quarterback of all time. The facts are there. Either you want to pay attention to it or you don't. He has never been anywhere near the same galaxy as Tom Brady. Yet the media has consistently told us he's better than Tom Brady, even though he sits at home every year and watches Tom Brady. Even the year he had a 15-1 team. Couldn't win a playoff game. Every year, it's an excuse after excuse after excuse. Oh, well, it's not Aaron's fault. It's not Aaron's fault. It's the defense's fault. Oh, it's Mike McCarthy's fault. Oh, it's this person's fault. Oh, he doesn't have receivers. He doesn't have this. He doesn't have that. When he had a 15-1 team, whose fault was it? Oh, well, it wasn't Aaron Rodgers' fault. Yeah, because they had a 15-1 team. I'm so sick of the narrative with Aaron Rodgers. He is the most... Now, again, when I say someone is overrated, I don't mean that they're bad, because I do believe Aaron Rodgers is a great quarterback, and he has all-time great talent, but that is only part of it. You need to have everything else that goes along with making you a great quarterback, and Aaron Rodgers does not have these abilities. You have to be a great leader. You have to be a leader of men. You have to be someone that can be coachable. You have to adapt. You have to have the team in mind when you make decisions. Aaron doesn't care about any of that. He's an arrogant douchebag. He doesn't care about anything or anybody. And because of that, his teams have suffered. Therefore, that doesn't make him the greatest quarterback of all time. Doesn't make him one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. Doesn't make him he's never been the best quarterback in the league. And finally, he's starting to get exposed. But the media will continue to protect him because this is what they do, and I don't know why. But people that pay attention know what's going on. He's overrated. He's always been overrated. And the cracks are starting to show now. So I'm loving this. So I'm going to continue to pay more attention to this. Hope you guys enjoy this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and we will talk to you later.